Hello, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. A long time ago, probably a year, maybe more, I decided to go through my scraps and make some masterboards, I guess, collage pages, and, just be done with that pile of scraps. Well, I did it, and then I haven't used them. And guess what? I have another pile of scraps just as big as the first one was. It's ridiculous. So I guess I used this at one point, part of it. So there's part of one. I think pink is something that I've used a lot of, and I have a lot of pink ones. And then a mixture of pink and green. I think they turned out well. Why I haven't used them, I don't know. And so I thought what I would do is use some. But then when I started looking, I found that I had several parts of ones that I had used here and there. And so I thought today I would make something with them. And then just now, as I was going through to find these to show you, I found even more bits and pieces that look just like this. So I have them laid out. I played with it a little bit yesterday. Hopefully everything fits in screen really well. And so I went through some of the things that I have and thought I'm just going to use, they sit and I don't use them. So I have all of these washi stickers, and I feel like Susan, one of my subbies, sent me, if not all of these, some of these. I do feel like I got some on my own, but I don't know for sure. So anyway, so thank you, Susan, if those are from you. And so I'm going to be using quite a few of those. And then also, this is something that I had just in my stash from when I first started trying to figure out, what I wanted to buy to build my stash. And I've never used them. So I actually cut this one down a little bit. They were already cut, decorative cut. So I will be putting things together here. I was doing this yesterday and I thought, well, I'll make a video with you guys putting all of this together. And then I'll pause it as I go through all of the steps to ink it and stuff like that. So I just went through what I had and I thought, I need a little bit more. And so I think that what I'm going to do on this one, you guys, this is really, it's going to take me quite a while to get all these put together because, for inking and all that, it's going to take quite a bit. I think what I'm going to do is something like this on this one. And then for this, I have it all over here so I could put it together with you. Then I'll just, sit here and ink. So then another one of these. And I think that what I wanted to do was kind of have this just kind of off the edge. I think of Darcy at Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media whenever I put something in the center, because she doesn't center things. I think that what I'll do is kind of cut that butterfly off there. These will become tags, so I'll cut the edges. And then, I don't know, we'll just see what happens as I go. This one I'm going to go just slightly to the side. I got a big hair there. And then I don't really remember. It doesn't really matter all that much. I think either way it's going to work out. Whatever I end up doing, it's going to work out. I don't know, I try to make it in my mind. I try to make it look like, how will it look when I'm done? Okay, and then this I thought I would do as this direction. So I hope you guys had, it's been a long time. I hope you guys had a very nice holiday, whatever, if you celebrate something, or if you don't, I hope that you've had a good December. Mine has been crazy busy. That is why I haven't made any videos. I just haven't been able to get my brain wrapped around it. So as you guys know from one of my previous videos, probably the last one I did, honestly, that my husband's daughter was here, and then right after that, or during that time, my daughter got home from college for her winter break, and I think that what I'm going to do here is have that come off the edge. I'm going to poke one of these down inside. I'll be cutting all that off. And then I thought one could go like up here. And then I have a couple of these. So these are, not that one, this one, this one. These are Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah labels. And then those ones, I think they're Pink Monarch prints, but I don't remember for sure. So I thought I'd do something like that. Anyway, my daughter came home, and then my husband's daughter, they went back to Texas. And then a couple days after that, my son came home, who is in the military. And so it has been a revolving door at my house. My son just went back yesterday, which was brutal. Oh my goodness. It was really brutal having him leave. It's tough. So Mama was a little bit teary. These look really pretty. You know, when you have these washi stickers, they're very, you know, I don't know what the word is, faded looking, but when you put them down on something, they kind of just pop. And then, I don't know for sure. These were some, I don't know, some kit that I got that, you know, DigiKit that has florals and a few leaves, and I just thought I'd stick them under there for some color. Yeah, so, but yeah, big news with my son. I'm gonna be pausing the video here in a minute to do some inking, so I don't want to get started on that, but huge news. So let's see, I thought there's a little blue in this, and she has a bit of blue in her bonnet. But yeah, I'll be sharing that probably when I come back. Now, I have these strips that I have pulled off of papers. And what I was thinking that I might do is go through some of my stamps, and stamps like words or just numbers or something, and tear it and add them here and there just for a little bit more. I'm just gonna, you know, go for it as far as adding a whole bunch of things to these and hope that they turn out well. So I'm going to pause it and do some inking, probably do some stamping, and maybe go ahead and glue it all down, and then I'll come back and we'll see how it looks. Okay, I haven't actually done anything yet. Instead, I went ahead and stamped on some of these papers with some different stamps that I have. I only did one strip of this because I don't know if I like that. The stamps are, well, I didn't use that one. Let's see, they're strips, and they are, looks like I got them at a yard sale. Well, Studio Me clear stamps. So I don't know. I don't really have a name for them. Don't really know. Sorry about that. But I was thinking if I could, I started playing with it and I thought, no, turn the camera back on. So I was thinking if I just add more bits here and there. Now I just don't know. I feel like this needs something kind of coming out over to the side, and maybe a little bit more. This one was a fatter piece, and I cut that down just a little bit. So this paper was actually, the only reason why I saved it is because it was from a really old book, and the color is its natural aging, and I really liked that. So I went ahead and saved it. It was quite a while back. I don't really know how long I've had it. Or even, I don't remember what I used it on originally. Okay. This needs something. I'm thinking maybe, actually thinking maybe up and down right on this seam. I don't know, is that weird? Cover it up some with this flower. And then, you know, I'll cut off what doesn't fit. I was actually kind of thinking this dark one could go under here also. I don't know though. I don't like where I had to re-ink. I have to hide that part. It's hard to work like this, and then I'm just gonna tear that. Obviously it's kind of goofing things up, but you know, that's okay. Let me cut the edge of this one off too. I don't want to cut the whole edge off. I want some of it showing. Maybe if I did a little here and a little here, turn it this way, just while I'm placing it. And what else? Okay, I have this one. I like this quite a bit. This particular stamp is pretty cool, I thought. Maybe, so I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a sideways tear. And if it were under here, I'm wondering what it would be like to have a little bit coming out from there. And then maybe underneath this. No. When something doesn't work and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, I kind of almost start to panic, just so you know. I could just kind of go over the top of it. And I don't have to have two pieces at all, but you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with this. Nothing, something, I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, I've got another one. This one is also fatter. This one is much skinnier. But then I also have more of this one. I don't know. And I might add this one straight across the bottom. Well, that's something on each one of them. I might change it a little bit after while I'm doing the inking. Okay, so this time I really am gonna ink, and we'll come back. I'll probably go ahead, ink and glue, and show you what it looks like. And then I'm gonna sew around and all that kind of stuff too. So I'm just gonna show you all the different stages. All right, new day. I did not get to finish what I was working on here yesterday, so I did all the gluing down, and so this morning I went looking for toppers, tabs, you know, that sort of thing. I think so on this one I ended up switching her over to this side and switching out several things. As you go to glue down, you know, if it doesn't work, switch it out. It's okay. So I was thinking I would have this kind of be along the back so that on the back side it'll be there, but you know, like you would lift up to journal on it. So that's what I'm thinking to do here. I'm gonna put glue just kind of going across, and I'm gonna end up making a bit of a mess on my mat, I'm sure, because the glue is gonna go straight through it, and I don't have a paper towel. Let me let that sit there for just a second. And then on the front, let me see here. I'm trying to figure out what to do here because I don't want to get glue on my mat again. Don't you hate it when you don't plan you're going to make a video? I have these. I took and inked one of them up a little bit, and I was trying to decide if I wanted it to be the inked one or the white one. Just to kind of, so that's the inked one. This is the very last of this stuff that I have. Trying to use it up. I actually kind of like the white one on there. I wasn't sure which one I would prefer, but I like the white one. I'm going to move that off to the side, and I'm going to be stitching all the way around these, so a little bit of glue is really all that's necessary to keep it in place for when I go to stitch around. All right, so you guys, I said I had some exciting news. I mean, it doesn't affect you guys, but so my son was home for, you know, the holidays, and he told us before, so he has a girlfriend, right? He told us before he came home that he and his girlfriend were going to get married while he was home. What? I just want to make sure that I'm kind of, I'll leave this like where you can see a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in frame. We're like, you're gonna do what? You know, we knew they wanted to get married, but when you're in the military, you don't know when your days off are gonna be, that sort of thing. Especially when you're first starting out, you know, he's not been in for very long. He's still in tech school. How can you plan things? So they didn't know. We don't know when he'll be home again. And they want to be together, so the only way to make that happen is to get married, right? So that's what they did. Oh my goodness. He had 2 weeks, and you know, it's holiday time, and we didn't know if judges would be, so they did, you know, justice of the peace or a judge or a courthouse, however you want to say it. That's what they did. We didn't actually have like some big wedding or anything. I could have put something together, you know, I could have, but they didn't want to. They just wanted to, they didn't want to spend their time together with that stuff. And so they decided just to do it the courthouse way, which was fine. But anyway, so yeah, they had to go and apply for the marriage license, and then there's a 3-day waiting period. And of course, during that 3-day waiting period, Christmas happened. And then they had to get on the schedule for the judge. And again, there was another holiday going to be in there, and we didn't know if the judge was going to be like, sorry, I'm not doing weddings during this time of year. I'm on vacation. You know, we just didn't know. But it all worked out, and they got married. So my goodness, one of my children is married too. So I don't know, was very exciting, and she's a sweetheart. So people who have been around for a while watching me may remember that my son had a girlfriend while he was in high school, his senior year. They got together his senior year. And then they were together for over a year, and then all of a sudden they broke up. And you guys, do you remember? It broke my heart. Well, this is who he married. So I was very happy about that. And she's a sweet, sweet girl, and I adored her then. I adore her now, and I'm really, really happy. So, yeah. So I just put a couple layers there. I'm gonna sew around that. So that was my big news. I'll do another one of these. I figure you don't wanna just watch me glue on tabs, so I'll do something in between that's not a tab. So now he left the other day, and it was so sad. It was so sad on many levels, you know. I didn't want him to leave, you know, us, but I also didn't want him to have to leave her. And but you know, that's the way it goes. And so he has to go about all of the necessary paperwork sort of things in order to get her moved down there. We have no idea how long it will take. So this stuff is really hard for me to use. I've had this for so long, and I had two, like it was one piece. I don't know. It was almost like it was the neck of a shirt or something, or a dress. I don't know. So hard for me to use. And I finally, this may be my very last piece of it. So what I'm going to do is put it here, just hanging off. So we'll put the glue. Ah, come on. Here and here. I finished the graphic 45 journals that I had been working on. So I will do a flip through of those most likely later on today, and then get that posted and get them put in my Etsy shop, so that they'll be available pretty soon. I think that's cute. Finally got that used, so put that there. This one, I left things hanging off the side, so I'm not gonna put a tab or anything on this one. I just thought that it looked good like that, so I'm gonna leave that. And then this one, I just have this piece of fabric here that I thought I would put on this way. So let's get the glue on there. And then again, I'm gonna sew over these. You don't have to sew. It's up to you if that's something you like or don't like, or you know, if you have a sewing machine or not. Totally up to you. I don't know how well the art glitter glue holds things on if it's not sewn. Like, you know, to be gluing fabric to paper, I don't know if it would hold forever. So you might use Fabri-Tac or something, or hot glue. I know some people are not hot glue fans. I'm a fan. You'll have to, if you purchased one of my journals and anything has come off that I have hot glued, you know, let me know. But as far as I know, that has not happened. I might add that. That might be pretty. I mean, it's not necessary. Could do it up like a little sidewaysy or something. I'll think about that. Oh, there's one more. Oh, lid. So I will be pausing the video again, and I will sew around and show you how they turned out. And then I have a whole bunch more of these Masterboards to get through. I feel like I want to take a little bit of a break. That one is upside down on the front. I prefer it to be right side up on the front. There is very, very light type on this. So, okie dokie pokey. All right, I will show you the finished product when I am done sewing. Okay, I have finished sewing around, and I am going to, I've already done it on some of them, just take and squish down the threads. Really makes a difference on the way they look. I hadn't done it until one of my subbies suggested doing it, and it helps for gluing things down, but it also just kind of cleans it up. It looks better. Okay, I have some flowers. I thought I'd stick some flowers here and there. This one is one that's on a wire. And the wire is, of course, what's holding that little guy in. So I am going to cut it to where it's hidden behind the petal, but still there, so that when I glue it, the center doesn't fall out. If I can pick it up. Okay. And we're going to use hot glue for this. Plenty of it. Try and get it in the center of the flower that's on the lace trim. Okay. So then that one is done. And then I thought I would add something to this one. It looks like it needs something there. So I dug around in my bits and pieces and found something. So I have this one little white, papery flower, and then just some meshy stuff that I added to it to, give it a little bit of interest, and then a brad. These brads are kind of stiff. Okay. So it just gives it a little bit of something. And then I had these ivy leaves, and I cut them to make some other little leaves to, go with this little flower, because I didn't think ivy went. It was also way too big. So I thought I would put this here, and it still just, to me, looked like it needed something. I'm going to come down just a little ways. So I went into my container of bits and pieces and just found that. I thought I would just have it coming off the side, just kind of like that. So let's glue this stuff down. We'll start with this. I'm going to lay my finger there so that I know where I want it. Maybe I'll just put a little glue, sorry about that noise, right there, and then flop it back over. Got on my finger, and that is hot. Hot, hot, hot. And then, let's see, I'm not sure, but I think this is the bottom. So we'll just put some there. And there. My daughter told me she watched The Notebook. That is a movie I have never watched. I do not appreciate movies that make me cry. And from what I understood, it's a real tearjerker. So I have never seen it, and I never will, because seriously, I don't like to be made to cry. I don't appreciate it at all. Anyway, she just came in and told me before I started the video that yes, it made her cry. And then she explained the movie to me, and I'm like, see, good enough. It's like I've seen it. So there's that one. And then this one's easy. It's just a flower. This was gifted to me a long time ago, so I really don't know the brand or anything of this particular flower. It's really pretty though. And we're just gonna stick that there. I like that. And then this one, I thought I would make it do that. So let's see. I don't want to add too much bulk to it, so just a little bit. And then hopefully I get it in the right place. Sometimes I just can't let go, It won't. Sometimes I just can't let go. I want those separated. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. I just wanted a little green underneath it. So I'm gonna glue this down. And then this on top. Really cute. So there's that one. All right, so we have finished. We have this one. And this one. these basically just sewed around them. Didn't add anything else since the last time you saw them. All right. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like them. I know they're kind of pink and maybe not everybody's style, but just change out the colors and change out, you know, whatever you're putting on top, and there you go. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.